Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing another Shapewear haul, but this one is going to be the Shapewear swimwear roundup. If you didn't know, Shapewear extend all of their shaping goodness through to swimwear. So they've got you covered for holiday. If you have not heard of Shapewear before, then you have come to the right place. Shapewear's mission is to empower women to celebrate their shape and wear their confidence. And this is shown throughout all of their products. If you aren't new to the channel, then you'll know that I have worked with Shapewear throughout a bunch of my try-on hauls, as well as showing you just some of their core products and going through different ones for different seasons. As we are in summer, I'm going to round up the swimwear. If you haven't seen the last video that I did for Shapewear, it was a roundup of my top summer picks. There was a lot more colourful items in there of their clothing, one of which being this top. This comes in multiple different colours, but I'm wearing the navy tank top today. This will be linked down below with all the other items that I'm going to show you, but we are focusing on swimwear today. So I have got a big parcel here from Shapewear, True Kind. So let's get into some of the swimwear. I didn't even realize quite how massive Shapewear is. They've already got over 10 million women using their shapewear, and I love that they're so size inclusive. They do everything from an XS through to a 4XL. Before we jump into this video, I want to let you know that I do have an exclusive discount code, which is 20% off Shapewear. Flashing it up on the screen here for you. This is a site-wide code, so it's not just applicable on swimwear. So don't worry, you can use this across all of the Shapewear products. All the info will be down in the description box, and I'll remind you at the end of the video, but let's get into it. So let's start here with the full coverage halter bikini top. Now they do this in a few different colors. I'll be popping up on the screen the models that very kindly and beautifully display these pieces. This is just a very well engineered bikini halter top. This is more so about the support. I feel like this really has been engineered well. Look, you've got seaming down the cups, and then I love the chunkiness of these straps, so you can really make a feature of tying up the neck and the back, which means it is fully adjustable obviously on the neck and the back, so it'll be easier to size to you perfectly. Then you do have the soft boning here, which is going to help the high support. And then the coolest feature of this swimwear that you cannot see is the fact that they use something called UPF 50 fabric. This is a ultraviolet protection fabric, so you're basically getting factor 50 but in your swimwear. Absolutely crazy. So they do this from a size small up to a 4XL, as I mentioned, and I'm also having a quick look on the website. They have got this in ocean blue stripes, ocean blue and black, and obviously I've got the black. If you haven't watched my last travel vlog, which is where I went to Stella Island in Crete in Greece, I actually had a question from you all asking about shapewear friendly swimwear, and this is obviously a great video. I did mention that I was going to make this in that, but the one thing I think that differentiates shapewear swimwear is obviously where you can get really nice high-waisted bikini bottoms. With the tummy covered, I just feel it gives that bit more confidence. So I've actually got 3 different options to go with that bikini top. Obviously you can mix match however you want, but this is how I would match them. These are the high-waisted tummy control bikini bottoms, and they are just Shapewear's basic bikini bottoms. So the first thing I always want to know with bottoms is, does it cover the bum? Because honestly, I can't be dealing with thong bikinis. It's just never, even if I was a size 8, I really don't think it's anything that I would want to wear. We don't need to see all the cheeks hanging out, but no, this is a full coverage. It's 360 support as well, and it's also made with the UPF 50 fabric, so your tummy is definitely not going to get burnt while you're away. These do only come in black and ocean blue, so you could match it in ocean blue as well as a full bikini set. Something that I don't know if you're going to be able to see on camera, perhaps, there is a very fine, what they call power mesh panel, so it provides smoothing on there, and it has that double layer protection. So that's kind of how this differentiates. Although they are the simplest and there doesn't look like there's much to them, again, a bit like the top, they're just very well engineered. And as you can see from the beautiful model here, they obviously sit at a great point, so you're going to have good tummy coverage, but also help with holding in any of the back as well, so full 360 support. So these are my favorite, I think, out of the 3 that I'm about to show you of the bottoms. These are the high-waisted tie belt swim bottoms. I've got them again in black. I did opt for black in everything just because I do prefer my black, not to mention I think it's a little bit more slimming. Well, black for a fact is a bit more swimming. So I love these. very much because, as you can see, they have got that very clear statement of the big tie on the front. Obviously, you don't have to wear this at the front. You can also wear it at the back. The design is so smart as well because once you've got these on, you can actually use them to cinch it in even more. So if you really want to have a tight, more pulled together fit, then you can do this up a lot tighter, again in the front or the back, it doesn't matter. This also has the UPF 50 fabric. I feel like I'm gonna be a broken record. I think that every single piece I'm gonna show you today has it, so unless I tell you otherwise or I put text in the screen or whatever, then assume that they all have this fantastic fabric. These do actually only come in black, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all because, as I said, these are just gonna be so incredibly flattering. As you can see from the model here as well, they should hit just above the natural waist, so it's another really complementing area to hit. Then the third pair of bottoms, so you basically have the choice of any three of these, or obviously you can buy and mix and match, is the high-waisted control bikini bottoms. So these are kind of an in-between of what I've showed you. I say that because you get the ruching like you would with the tie belt. You kind of get a bit of a detailing, but it is also just a very well thought through high-waisted bottom. These are also designed with the shaping technology that we've seen in the last couple of items, and basically the shaping technology that Shapewear uses generally across their products. These actually offer the full coverage as well, even though they kind of feel a lot more lighter, a lot more, well, compared to the other two, I don't know, these just feel smaller and lighter. But yeah, I think these might be my favorite design. I can't decide actually between the belt one and these ones. I just feel like ruching is always going to be complementing, isn't it? The ruching is just an illusion, like whether you get it in dresses or whatever as well. Like, you know, some people have pouches, don't they? I certainly do. And where that line is of where your stomach kind of ends, like these just hide it. They just create the illusion. These actually come in a bunch of different options. So this one is black, the ocean blue. They come in a dark pink, a elongated polka dot, dark mint, burgundy, and tropical print. So they come in a bunch of different options. I'll be putting all the graphics on the screen as I talk about these items when we go through. But yeah, I have to say this is probably my OG. This is what I would go to if I had to pick, to be fair. Okay, digging into the bag, let's go to a completely different product. If you're just not a fan of a bikini in general, then you're gonna want a swimsuit, aren't you? Don't worry, Shapewear, I've got you covered. This is the one shoulder control swimsuit. This again only comes in black and ocean blue. I opted for the black, and this is what it looks like. Oh, it's got gold detailing. I love that. I love that it's got gold. I think, especially obviously if you're wearing these on a summer holiday, gold is the one. You can't really see it from there, but at the back, you can see it a little bit more. Perfect for compression and support on the whole torso. But what I love is you can just have fun with this because the straps are detachable. So in fact, this one is detachable. I can't see why that would be. Oh, because you could put it on the other side maybe. You can get rid of this one completely, so you don't have to have the two straps, but obviously they've put it there in case, let's say you're a bigger busted girl, you need the extra support, you have the option. But if you want to convert it into just a one shoulder swimsuit, you can do that as well. The coverage again on the bum area is very good. I don't feel it is like over covered. I just feel it's exactly what you would want. And then I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera. It probably is getting a bit confused with the creases, but there is one big seamed panel in the center here, and then it goes round, and the back has also got it. It's almost like a crisscross design, like a bandagey kind of design. These are those mesh panels again, so they're there to add that illusion where it's going to be pulling you in more at the waist and then pulling you in where you need on the hips and the stomach, all in different ways. These also feature removable cups, so just like most other ones, you just have a little opening there and you can just pull this out if you need to. This also is that UPF 50 fabric, so that is fantastic for all this coverage as well. Save you at least it'll save you money on your sun cream because you've only got to do half your body. Let's move on to a bit and a splash of color. Oh my gosh, look at these colors. They're very nice actually. Shapewear need to do more colors in my opinion. Across all their products, that is. Obviously like the underwear doesn't need to be in anything other than skin tones, but all of their other products, their tangs, they need to do way more. So let's start with this color. This is a set that I just picked out together. It's in the color dark dark mint green. These are the high-waisted control bikini bottoms that I showed you as the last ones just now. So you can see them a little bit more clearer with the bright color. They're super, super ruched. And then it's worth noting that the back isn't, but this is to give you that flawless design. And then obviously this is more for hiding any pouches or tummy coverage to create that illusion, whereas you wouldn't have like a pouch on the back. So it's more about being flawless. So these are the green bottoms. And then I got, this is a new product, the Swim Ruffled Bikini Top. You can mix match the colors if you want, but I do like to match my colors. This is the option. So obviously I've only showed you one top, which is the Halter, but this one is even covered again because it's basically just a big, like a skirt, I suppose, on the top. This is more flirty and fashionable, should we say, but also great if you have got, again, bigger boobs. Maybe you don't want to draw too much attention. This is a little bit more to cover the shape, I suppose. It's great for all chest sizes, to be honest. This also features the removable straps and also does, if I come underneath and actually show you the top, which kind of looks more like a sports bra, basically. There we go, like that. You've even still got the seaming in there. This also has the removable cups too, so you don't have to have the cups in if you don't want to. I just think together that is such a beautiful set. I'll just lay it on the floor and show you rather than me try and struggle and show you up here. But I think that is such a pretty color. Obviously with the way it might hit as well, sometimes it can almost look like a whole swimsuit depending on how tall you are, but you have the added luxury of it being a two-piece. So if you like went to the bathroom, you still only have to pull these off and you don't have to get fully naked. So this is the dark mint color. And then I also opted for it in this absolutely stunning bright reddy fuchsia, which is called dark pink. And it is this color here. Wow, on camera, I think it's because of all my lights, but on camera, this is looking like neon pink. Don't worry, it isn't completely in your face like the camera is showing it. I opted with the high-waisted control bikini bottoms again with this one. It is such a beautiful color. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It is like red mixed with pink, but then muted down dark. It's very pretty. It's like in your face, but it's also not. It's very subdued. Fantastic, fantastic. Both colors fantastic for summer holiday. But these items, or the top at least, comes in the elongated polka dots, the dark pink, which I showed you, the dark mint, which I showed you, just plain black, and also the tropical print, which is so pretty. I mean, look at this. It is got all the palms over it in all the colors. So if you like a splash of color or lots of colors, then there is that as an option too. Yeah, I've just checked, and all of those prints and colors that I've just read out to you for the ruffled top comes in the bottoms to match. And then let's move on to the final item in this swimwear roundup, which is, if you don't like wearing a swimsuit, if you don't like wearing a bikini, if you don't like wearing high-waisted, full back, whatever, full bottoms, that's still not enough coverage for you, you want more coverage, Shapewear offer a swim dress. This is called the Knot Front Swim Dress, and I actually picked this up in a pattern to show you. So this is the elongated polka dot pattern. This is what it looks like. So if I'm being honest, it does really just look like a dress that you'd wear out and about, and you absolutely could still do that. Great if you're in an all-inclusive, you know, and you're in the pool one minute and you're like, should we go for lunch the next? All you got to do is get out, make sure you get in the sun, dry off a bit, and you've got your lunch dress on. Genius, really. Like the ruffle bikini top that sort of covers over the boobs and skims over it, so it's not so much of a feature. This is basically the same concept, but obviously for your stomach. Well, your stomach, the top of your thighs, and your bum. So if you're someone who really wants to be a bit more conserved, you don't want to show those bits around the pool, but obviously you still got to go in the pool, you still want to have a swim dress is a great option, because literally underneath, obviously, it is the same as a normal swimsuit, but you've got that added layer of coverage. This pattern is really pretty as well in the monochrome. And then obviously it's called the twisted front design, because you have got this beautiful detailing. It probably would have been a lot easier to show you this in the normal color. So I'll pop on the screen. This one comes in black, ocean blue, and normal polka dots. This is the elongated polka dots. So 4 different options. The final thing that's worth mentioning about this as well, which I noticed would also apply to the other swimsuit I showed you to a degree, is that Shapewear makes sure that they do thick straps. Because the last thing you want if you're bigger chested and obviously boots are heavy, like they can be very, very heavy. You do not want tiny little spaghetti straps digging into your shoulder. So they have done this design with the wide straps. So they're going to give you that comfort while providing the support. Apart from that swim dress, there's only one other product that Shapewear do in their swimwear range, which is their swim skirt. It is called the Essential High Waist Full Coverage Swim Skirt, and it looks like this. They do that one in the black ocean blue, a dark pink, and the ocean blue stripes as well. I don't actually have this one physically here, but that's just because I personally wouldn't wear that one myself. I would always opt for the high-waisted. As I said, the Rouched ones are probably my personal top pick, or the tie front, I can't decide. But I think overall my favorite has to be the one shoulder swimsuit. I think with that mesh technology in there as well, it's just such a simple idea, but it's been really engineered properly. I love the fact that there's the UPF 50 fabric across most of this. I think only item that doesn't have it is the swim dress, but every other item that I've showed you has had that fabric, and I think that is awesome. And like I said, you're genuinely going to save money on your sun cream, I suppose. And that is going to go ahead and conclude Shapewear's swimwear roundup. I have actually got an exclusive 20% off discount code for Shapewear. I'm going to pop it up on the screen here. This isn't just for the swimwear, it's across Shapewear's website, so you can use it on the fashion, the underwear, anything. It's a site-wide code. All the links, as I said, to each individual item are going to be down below. Don't forget, obviously, they come in sizes from XS through to a 4XL, different cup sizes, different patterns, different colors. So check them out if you're in need of some shaping swimwear. Also, if you've got any holidays coming up and you're watching this to get some inspo of some stuff to buy, then have a lovely time if you're going away. If not, get on the travel site and book one. Treat yourself. And if you're curious about any other Shapewear items or how they look on me, the fashion, then I'm going to go ahead and leave my last Shapewear video over on the screen here. It's also going to be the first link in the description box there for the videos. And also I'm going to leave a personalized recommendation that YouTube really thinks you're going to like from me over here. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And I will see you all in my next video in just a couple of days' time. Ciao!